Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. In the last episode, I was in Minas Tirith at the House of Healing with Pippin. However, all of the quests on my tracker are here near Aragorn's pavilion, so I thought it'd be easier to meet you here for this episode. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and get started. Let me go talk to Aragorn.
The battle is won, but time is short. Some things that were kept secret must now be revealed.
A decision made without all information is undermined, even as it is made, Kippen. When we met in council, some things that were kept secret must be revealed if we are to properly weigh our choices. I hope that you will think no less of me for keeping these secrets, my friend. You're a good friend and true, and I kept you in the dark. I did so only because of the time I thought it was needed. Speak with me when you're ready to meet. Okay, let's go for it.
It's time to decide our course.
Aragorn has called for a council to determine his next course of action. May wisdom guide his steps.
This way, Kippen. I think it will start soon. Alright, lots of powerful people here. You got Legolas, Imrahil, you got Elrohir and Eladon, Dervon, Mithrandir, of course, Eomer. Who's this guy? Elfhelm. And Gimli. The captains who fought on Pelennor are here now, Kippen. It is time to begin. Greetings, my lords and friends, captains and soldiers assembled on Pelennor. We have won a great battle, but now we have a choice to make. Much rests upon our decision. Of what decision do you speak, Aragorn? Mithrandir will explain it to us all, that we may choose aright. You remember the words of Denethor, Kippen. In them I think there is much we might learn. Yes, the Steward of Gondor has much to say about the dangers that threaten us. He claimed that victory on the Pelennor might last an hour or a day. But if we cannot hope for a lasting victory against a power that rules in Mordor. Denethor fell into despair at the sight of Sauron's armies in the depths of the Seeing Stone. We must not despair as he did, though it took us all our strength to fight back the first assault. The next assault will be greater than the last. Sooner or later, one will come that we do not have the power to defend. Denethor was right. Strength of arms will not bring us victory. What then can we do? If we cannot achieve victory, what would you advise us? To hide behind our walls enduring siege after siege until we can no longer? You would have us retreat to Minas Tirith or Dol Amroth or Dunharrow and wait for the end? I will not play like a child with Sandcastle, waiting in fear as the tide comes in. Yet, this is exactly what all of Gondor did during the days of Denethor. Watching, waiting, doing nothing. Do not misunderstand me. I still hope for victory, but not through battle. Into this debate must come the Ring of Power, for it is central to the matter. You know enough of this thing to understand our danger, my lords. If Sauron regains the ring that he lost, his victory will be complete. Your valorous deeds will come to naught. But if the ring is destroyed, his fall will be swift and total. A great evil of this world will be gone. Sauron will be no more. Sauron knows all this. He knows that the ring he lost has been found again, but he knows not where it is now. His greatest fear is that we have found it, for there are those among us with the strength to wield it. Am I right to think that you revealed yourself to him, Aragorn? Yes, my friend. Before I rode from the Hornburg, I deemed the time was ripe to use the Stone of Orthanc. Saruman's Seeing Stone. I believed that the stone had come into my possession for this very purpose. 10 days have passed since the ring bearer went east from Rauros. I thought it would be meet to draw Sauron's gaze to me away from his own lands. Had I known how swift would be his response, perhaps I should have waited. And yet that swiftness proved an error. He did not crush Gondor with that first throw. Aye, that is so. You say it is hopeless for us to attack Sauron if he has the ring. But why should he not feel the same if he thinks we have it? There are some considerations that may slow his hand. The ring can only be wielded by one, rather than by many. Sauron will expect a struggle among those who seek to wield it. He waits until one among us seeks to become greater than the others, and that is when he will act, seizing the advantage of our disarray. His nostrils still fly overhead, seeking signs of our movement. He has not forgotten the sword of Elendil, and now he has seen it reforged. His first assault was turned back, and his greatest captain slain. The winds of fortune have begun to blow in our favor. For the first time, doubt has begun to gnaw at him. We do not have the ring. Though either wisdom or folly, it has been sent away to be destroyed, lest it destroy us. Without it, we cannot defeat Sauron by force. This, then, is my counsel. We keep Sauron's eyes fixed upon us and blind to his true peril. We march out to meet him, making ourselves the bait. He will see this as a prideful action of the new Lord of the Ring. He will empty his land, seeking to destroy this young upstart and take it back. Giving Frodo his chance. It's a trap, not for us, but for the Dark Lord. Legolas is right. We seek to capture Sauron's attention and keep it fastened upon us for as long as we can. But do not misunderstand. If we march to the Black Gate, there will be nothing to keep him from sending out a considerable force within Mordor to crush us completely and without mercy. We will buy time for the Ringbearer to complete his mission, but there will be no more time for us. Any who go with me on this last march should know that he goes to his death. There will surely be no returning from this. Still, I consider it my duty to try. I do not claim to command any men in this. Let each make his own choice as he will. We came from Imladris with this purpose. We will not turn back. I do not know much of this dealings, but I know this. My friend Aragorn aided my people when they had need. I now will aid him. Aragorn is my king, whether he claim it or no. His wish is a command to me. But the city must not be undefended behind us. We do not need a great force to march on the Black Gate. This is not an army with designs on victory. We will determine the numbers we bring east and the numbers we leave behind. May this be the right choice, Kippen. I would rather die doing my part to bring about a new age than do nothing and know that a new age will never come. We must determine the numbers we will need. There is work still to do before we set forth. Okay, very interesting. So it looks like we're getting ready to march to the Black Gate. But of course, there's going to be plenty of preparation needed.
This is not the easy decision, but I think it is the right one.
We cannot defeat Sauron in battle, but we must draw his gaze and keep it upon us for as long as we can. All our hope now lies with Frodo and Sam, and we must do what we can to aid them from afar. Some reasonable rewards here.
So it is decided.
For better or ill, the men I sent marching through Lothernok and Pelargir have drawn nigh to the city. So too have the men I commanded to follow the corsair ships and smaller watercraft up the Anduin. They loiter now, waiting for orders. Let us give them direction, and hope that they make good on their word when they find the direction is east, toward the shadow. Take this call for soldiers, and read it to the heralds on the field and throughout the first circle of the city. The heralds will then bring its message to the waiting soldiers, and float the number of men that will march with us. Very good. When last we spoke near Pelargir, I expected to arrive before the battle began, and at least in the midst of it, but alas, the enemy struck swiftly while I encountered setbacks and obstacles. Perhaps I will tell you more of my journey sometime. Right now, we must see that the men who will march to the Black Gate are well outfitted and provisioned for the journey. Currently, our weapons and armor supplies run low, but ore from the mountain should help us forge more blades and helmets. Will you collect some ore for the smithy? Of course I will. What else do I do than be everybody else's errand boy? We have come a long way from Crusley, Lunan, my friend. The herald waits for your message. The herald vouches for a number of soldiers to join Aragorn's army. I will find many soldiers for King Elisar. Let me see if I can actually read the message. I cannot. I can only use it in front of the heralds. That's okay. So let me start going to some of the areas that are marked on the map, and we'll start hopefully knocking down some of these quests. There are a lot of them on the tracker here. What are these guys? Do I need to kill them for anything? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like I need to fight these for anything, so I'll just look at the bodies here. This is Turgon, captain of the South Gate. Turgon died with honor in combat. Alright, let me go to the northeast next. And you know what? Let me use one of my increased mount speed things. Give me 20% faster riding speed. It adds up over time, of course. So this is going to be to defeat Schmug, an orc captain who vowed to fight to the very last. And there he is. Defeated Shumug, the bane of the Rohirrim. Very good. And then looks like there's a little white circle to the southeast. Let me go over there. That's going to be to talk to Eomer. Wonder what he's doing all the way over there. Let me climb up. Yeah, I see a quest ring up there. Perfect. This is Ingold. You have come to assist me in defending this wall? Small orc groups still linger in pockets. There is much to be done. Why do you stand there? Have you something to say? You explain to Ingold that he has been missed and should return to Aragorn's pavilion. I will go at once. Surely there I will find others who will join me in wiping out every last threat to the Ramas wall. Okay, so there is Ingold. Okay, next up, let me ride south. Looks like I need to kind of start heading back towards the pavilion. I'm finally beginning to feel like I'm catching up, if that makes sense. I feel like I can see the horizon. A few seasons ago, it seemed like I had so much content left, and now I feel like I can finally start looking to the end. As I'm recording this, they kind of just released the Corsairs of Umbar expansion. So there is still a lot of content for me to get through, but I feel like I'm finally getting close to maybe the end game. A few more seasons, I have to go back and do a bunch of content I missed along the way. It's exciting to some extent. I'm looking forward to being able to finally scratch things off the list permanently, you know? Like when I go back to older regions and clean up everything there was left to do there. It always feels good. So here's Hirluin. Doesn't look like he survived, unfortunately. You have found the spot where Hirluin lies, slain. Let me get all the things outside of the camp, and then I'll return to the camp. So yeah, I think after this season, there's the Wastes, then there's Mordor. And then honestly, I don't really know what there is after that. There's like Lake Town, I know, and then there's Erebor somewhere. I actually don't really know what is after all this. So that's good. It's always nice to have surprises and mystery.
We can only hope that the Rohirrim will arrive before it's too late.
You appear just in time. These Haradrim refuse to surrender, and wearied as I am, I fear I might not have handled them on my own. I must see my wife Brutus again. It is what keeps me going. I shall meet you back at the pavilion, my friend. Alright. Well, why not fight these guys just for... I don't know. It feels like I should, you know? Okay. Let's go. Go to the southwest. Oh, that is some bad lag there. I'll keep going though. What do we have here? Not really seeing anything. Got a quest ring here, though. Doesn't look good. He is crushed.
Is this your first time in Minas Tirith? Shame you couldn't see it in better days.
Thank the stars, it is good to see you. Though I am pinned, I do not believe my leg is broken. If you would assist me, I should be able to make my way back. Good, I'm glad I was able to rescue this guy. Now let me go northwest. It's always cool to see Minas Tirith in the background. Such an epic city, man. Let me see what we have here. Lots of slain enemies. What am I looking for here? I am looking for Gala skill. I didn't see anything. It's pointing me that way. I do not see anything. Let me do like a full perimeter check. There we go. Here's the quest ring. Seems to be okay. The enemy were everywhere. I did my best to fend them off, but I was separated from my allies. I was able to hide here and lose them after I fended off a party of orcs who tried to ambush me. You say it is safe to return now? I will go. Alright. Now this way. I need to collect some ore. Guess it's gonna be at the base of the mountain here. That makes sense. Can mine from horseback. That is impressive. Halfway there. Nice little stream here. I like the color of that water. Looks like I need to go up this way now. And here's the last one. Excellent. And now I gotta go all the way northeast. Here we have Forlong. Seems to be okay, thankfully. I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have to be honest, right? I gotta be honest. If you recall, that Old Anorian season, towards the end, the last few episodes, involved me doing a bunch of quests for this guy, which was running back and forth for like an hour. And so, I would be lying if I said that I didn't, at least a few times, run through my head a death wish upon this guy. But now that he's here, wounded in battle, I take it back, okay? I hope he lives. Although I did wish for his death at certain points in this playthrough. My friend, I am dying. But you could see that for yourself, I suppose. Ah, the good times, the adventures. What I wouldn't give for one more draft of that wine. Forlong coughs and tries to laugh through the pain. Ah, my friend, forget wine. What that I could see Thorongil once more. I would swear... Ugh, you must forgive me. I swear I saw him upon the field of battle, beneath the banner of the king. What delusions come upon us when our deaths are nigh. And yet, if it were him, and he had returned in the hour of glory... Here, take my horn. If Thorongil is truly returned, he will know its sound. He will come. I'm sure of it. So it sounds like he is dying. I hope not. I hope he can still be saved. Let me summon the horn here. Aragorn arrives swiftly and looks grave concern on his face and stands by his old friend one last time. Forlong, I hear you, my friend. How badly hurt are you? Can you move? These wounds are beyond healing. This is most likely my last breath. Tell my fair Vanyalos that I love her. She knows this truth 1,000 times over. Rest well, my friend. Is he dead? See, now I feel bad. The only reason I made those previous comments is because I thought he was going to live through this. But if he's going to die, now I just feel like a jerk.
I bid my old friend a last farewell.
I thank you, friend. I bid my old friend a last farewell, too late and yet just in time. I have this memory now and I shall hold it close to my heart always. That's not good. That's not good. I wish he didn't die. I like this corpse here of the Mumakil. It's really cool. Kind of being able to get up close on it. Okay, now what? Let me actually head back towards the city. It looks like I need to summon a bunch of soldiers. So let me do that first before heading back to the pavilion. I just feel like it's probably a little wiser to do that. That way I can turn everything in together. Let me go to this little quest ring here. The Herald waits for your message. King L.O.TRO will have the men he needs. The Herald vouches for a number of soldiers to join Aragorn's army. Looks like you have to do these in order. Here's another Herald. Okay, very good. I will bring this message through the city. The quest ring here, I think that's a homestead one, right? Yep. So I'll ignore that for now. Once I'm caught up on the content, then I can start worrying about like these little weird quests, like housing quests and crafting quests and things like that, and come up with a strategy to get those done. But for now, I'm ignoring them, as you've known throughout the playthrough. King L.O.TRO will have his soldiers. A herald vouches for a number of soldiers to join Aragorn's army. Alright, where am I now? Looks like I am done with that quest, and next I need to put ore in the forge. The forge is located in Aragorn's pavilion. Okay, so I can take the swift travel pony over there. Yeah, let's go that way.
How may I help you, friend?
Yeah, good. That's exactly where I need to go. Excellent. Where is this forge? Should be somewhere around here. That's a mailbox. You know what? Let me start turning some quests in.
This is good news you bring.
No more battle-weary men shall die by the hands of Shumu. I commend you, brave warden.
Aelfhelm wishes to speak with you. Speak to my other commanders. Learn how large a host we have assembled.
How many men were the heralds able to reach with their voices? More than 2,000, you say? That is very good, and matches my hopes. These other commanders have also done work to gather soldiers for the march. Speak to them and see how large a host we have assembled. It need not be enough to wage war upon Mordor, but it must be large enough to threaten battle.
Both Dervarine and Rosaran are safely returned.
I have seen them with my own 2 eyes. How relieved I am.
This is grievous news.
Ingold has returned, but what of Trugon? You tell Aragorn that Trugon was slain. Ah, I see. This is grievous news. I have heard much of his heroic deeds at the South Gate, and all he did to ensure the safe passage in the fields. Okay, so done with that. And I think this is going to be a good stopping point for this episode. In the next one, I will continue picking up some more quests here. We'll continue the adventure, of course, mustering an army to challenge Sauron outside of the Black Gates. See you next time.
Thanks for stopping by the Renaissance Gaming Monastery. I hope you join our community on Discord and Twitter. These videos are produced with a lot of hard work and love. If you think they're worth $1, I'd be grateful for your contribution. You can send a thanks donation or become a member on YouTube. You can also support through PayPal, Patreon, or even with cryptocurrency. All links are in the description. See you on the next video.